Hey, Pascal.
Okay.
Perfect. Awesome. Looking good, man.
Yeah, you too, my friend.
Thank you.
Where are you
Uh,
now? India or in the US?
I'm in India right now.
All right, okay.
Yeah, much better actually. So, the way the situation is there in US, and protest and everything. So yeah, it's good. So thanks for taking time out.
Oh, thanks to you also,
So your background looks amazing. You don't need, my kind of thing, in the background.
Thank you.
Cool. So again, for everyone, with me is Pascal Luban, an amazing friend and partner in crime in 6 games so far. The first one we did together reached the top 10 PlayStation Network chart. And the second one was shelved, unfortunately. And the third one was actually a set of 3 games, and altogether they clocked 19 million, downloads, and that was one hell of an experience for us. That's when we were learning mobile game. And then the sixth one we're doing with Pascal right now will change the way people study science and people learn science. That's in making right now. So I'm like kind of forever stuck with Pascal whenever I have any game design need or something, because he's like godlike when it comes to the games. And he has worked on console, PC, mobile, web, all sort of platforms. So probably the plethora of information you can get from him. So Pascal, that's my introduction. Like what I think about you, but better that you actually talk about yourself, give an intro, your experience and
Okay,
everything.
well, first of all, I want to say hello to everybody. I think it's the least to do. I'll just make a very long story short. I've been in business for 25 years. Always as a game designer, always as a consultant, working as a freelance. And what can I say? Some of the titles I worked on as a freelance were Alone in the Dark, The New Nightmare, which was the 4th episode in the series. I was a lead game designer on this one. I also worked on 2 Splinter Cell games, Splinter Cell Chaos Theory and Before Pandora Tomorrow. On both of them, I was lead level designer on the multiplayer version. I also work on Wanted Moments of Fate as a creative director. Those are 3 big titles, 3 AAA titles I work on on console. And since that, I've worked a lot on mobile because that's what the market, is essentially on right now. Things are kind of changing now. I'm back to console, which is kind of interesting.
Yep.
And also hybrid games.
Nice.
Basically,
nice.
That's what I am.
So can you just explain for the viewers for what sort of hybrid game you're working on, or what is it, or
Of course, a hybrid game. It's a game where you've got part of the game is kind of digital. It's shown on a screen, and then you are physically active in the game.
Wow.
Like for instance, like you've got like you're using like a real football, like a real ball, and hitting things on the wall, and on the wall you've got gaming elements which are projected.
Awesome, super cool. So how's the general mood in the game development community over there, or the ones you're connected with, because of this whole COVID situation we have right now?
Well, overall, it is quieter. However, business is still going on, at least for me and my clients. So when I talk to my friends, to my contacts, when I see what's happening in the media, I can tell that things are quieter for sure. But at least in my case, it's almost business as usual.
Wow. Okay, that's not bad. And yeah. So again, as you mentioned, we all know, and pretty much, I guess, most of the people who are watching this video, they know that you're an amazing designer. And as a designer, you've always been creating conflicts, and then you resolve those in the games, right? That's one of the key thing you do, right? You bring out the enemies, the bosses, and all those things, and then you create how to actually deal with those things. So how do you map the current situation, what's going on? Like, let's say, COVID is the boss battle, it's kind of, it's boss fight, how do you map this thing in your, mind?
Well, are you asking me as a citizen or as a game developer?
As a game developer.
Okay. Well, actually, as a member of the game industry, I think that this is going to have a little impact on our industry.
Mm-hmm.
Our industry is probably one of the more digitalized ones.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, we can even see that we can do nearly everything online and remotely. Right now, I'm working with most of my clients. I'm doing it remotely.
Mm-hmm.
We know that marketing now is done essentially on the net through social networks and so on. We can also distribute games to a large extent in a digital way. So I think our industry is probably the best arm to face this kind of problem. What's happening now is that obviously, because this is something which is so new, we have been struck by such a pandemic for decades, I think that everybody's kind of a bit shaken down. But I'm pretty sure that very quickly, we'll adapt, because unfortunately, we can expect to have more in the coming decade, hopefully as late as possible, but it is unlikely that we'll never be facing it. And I think our industry, as the rest of the world, will learn how to face next time it happens. We'll be much better armed, and our industry certainly will be one of the best, the most adapted, to face it.
Oh wow! Okay, that's amazing. So, so do you think that long-term models will come out of it? Like, I know you've always been traveling for your workshops and all those kind of things and the client engagement. Now you're sitting at home and still doing all those things, like without even bothering about going out, and it's kind of smooth for you. So do you think that that will become part of your life, or you think that it will become part of the way most of the things happen, like E3 getting cancelled, GDC getting pushed, all those events are also, changing and, going online now. So do you think the big picture will be online or something?
Okay. Well, right now, I'm surprised how little what's happening has been affecting me. It is true that many things have changed. But for instance, I used to give a lot of conferences. I go there. Well, most of those will still take place, but in a digital way.
Yeah.
So instead of moving, I will just do it remotely, and even business meetings will still be possible. So this will not affect me very much. I'm working with my clients remotely most of the time anyway, so this is not changing much. So actually, for my situation, this is not changing that much. Nevertheless, I think obviously we're not going to stay like that forever, because working, physically together also has benefits, especially for big projects. I'm working essentially on smaller projects on which it is easier to work remotely, but I understand that for big project, when you have hundreds of people, obviously, you could theoretically do it remotely, but there's a lot of, you lose a lot of time. So it's still feasible, but probably, you add 20 or 30% of time to get it done. So obviously, because of that reason, after, the pandemic is over, we'll probably work again in the same way. We'll still go to conferences, because giving a conference remotely, it works, but it doesn't replace meeting people face to face, but most likely we'll see more and more digital only conferences taking place. And actually what could happen, and maybe that's the way of the future, is that some of the big conferences will take place both on site and remotely. In other words, you'll be able to attend the GDC even if you're not there. And I think that's a big step forward. So, it's not going to replace the way we do, it's just going to make it better.
Okay. So I'm not too sure, but is Paris locked down completely right now? You're like, absolutely right. Okay. So how are you, like people like us who generally keep going out and, especially family and other things. So how are you keeping, yourself positive and, people around you positive, especially your family guys and, all those things? How do you, because it's kind of daunting, when you, even though you like being at home, but still, like when you know that you are like thrown there, you're like literally imprisoned in a way. So how do you stay positive, in times like this?
Well, first of all, the good thing that nobody's sick around me, so that's fantastic, and I hope it's the case for all of us. I'm very lucky. I have a garden, and right now the spring is lovely in Paris. which is unusual because usually it's raining. So at least, from my office, I can see the garden, so it's very pleasant. And also I keep myself busy. That's the thing. I have a lot of work. So I'm, work keeps you positive. My family is fine. So basically, I'm very lucky, I'm just going through it in a nearly normal way,
Correct. Okay, so situation, so like if you are an aspiring game designer, you have to actually, talk to someone, what they can learn from the current situation, like, somebody who's trying to, be a game designer, somebody who's practicing that already, what they can actually derive from this current situation.
Okay, the thing is that our industry, you and I, we've been in the industry for a very long time, and we know things move very fast. That means that even if you are somebody like us with experience, we need to keep learning all the time. And it's especially true for new people, and new kids on the block. So I think aspiring game designers, should use the time now to learn. There are plenty of things to learn. New skills, new software. Maybe they could actually build levels in some kind of design editors. They can also work on concept. Our industry is an industry where we have to show things, and also we need to practice and learn constantly. And through the net, there are countless resources. You've got books, you've got features in Gamma Sutra, you've got videos and so on. So actually, time is fantastic. If I had time, I would just love to enrich myself. So that's what I would do if I was a beginner and if I had time.
Super cool. And if I had, do you think that there'll be a Corona game very soon after this thing is over?
Well, we already have the game called Plague. You know it very well.
Oh yes, of course, that was.
Of course, this game, somehow, was kind of it's a grim reminder of the reality. So it's probably enough. We'll probably have TV series for sure. But another game, probably not.
Probably not. Okay, cool. Yeah, I saw some mobile attempts and stuff like that on Corona, but yeah, those are just okay. So tell me one thing. Since we are staying indoor, and I'm pretty sure that you're not traveling, so you're saving time and everything on that. So you must have done something for the first time in your life during this lockdown, and if that is what it is.
Well, I'm sorry to say no.
Really?
Yes. Actually, I'm doing less than what I used to do. I'm doing less exercise, which is not good. But it's also essentially because I just have so much work. So I said for me, my business, I'm full-time working. So I'm probably doing less fun things, like playing games. I don't play enough games right now, which is not good, not enough exercise. But that's it,
that's how it is. So what was the last game you played?
Right now I'm playing Metro Exodus.
Okay. Oh wow, that's a good game.
And also I'm still playing World of Tanks, which is one of my all-time favorite, and a mobile game, Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, and so on. So of course I still play. Don't worry. But not as much as I'd like to.
Yeah, never stop playing. That's classroom for us.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, still the death.
Yeah, absolutely. I just finished Doom Eternal, by the way. I just love. I'm wearing a Doom T-shirt.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Big time fan. So tell me, there's something what we have been talking, for last 2 decades, I guess. Elon Musk came and made it so popular. So do you think that we are living in a game?
Living in a game?
Yeah. Are we living in a game? Are we NPCs? Are we character in a game?
Sorry, I don't get your I don't get your question.
Okay. So are we living in a game? Is it a game we are part of?
Yes.
Yes?
Well, not really. No.
No? Okay, cool. Great. So yeah, that's my time with you, and I always enjoy talking to you, man. It's been wonderful. And any other positive thought you want to actually, pass on to the world?
Well, just what I'd like to say to all of the people who are listening to us is that our industry is a fantastic place. We are creative people. We move forward all the time. We have the chance of actually building our future. But what is more important is that it's a very, I would say it's almost like a family-minded industry. We're not that big. We know each other, we meet each other. It's very easy to meet people, of all conditions on fairs and so on, and it's great. So I really hope that we'll continue, to foster this feeling of friendship and also of empathy toward each other.
Awesome, awesome. That's golden words.
Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Thanks for taking
Thanks to you,
time
my
out.
friend.
And yeah, look forward to continue to work with you and keep on, building blockbusters.
Absolutely, we will.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye-bye, everybody.